Um, just want to give a shout out to all my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I'm glad you came. I cannot do this without you. You are the people that motivate me to get on YouTube to talk on trending topics. So, at this time, I don't really have anything trending to talk about because basically my channel is for the Robert Sylvester Kelly supporters to support the support for Robert Sylvester Kelly. And I will be able to help you, guide you through spiritually um, to some of the channels that can be more informative to this fight against the injustice done to Robert Sylvester Kelly. Now, there's some that just fell off. And let me turn this down because I am right now doggy sitting for my sister. Come and say hi, Regina. She wants to say good morning to everybody. Good morning. This is Buccina. She's a Maltese. Isn't she beautiful? She needs a hair comb right now. Mommy took her to the groomer, but she's a messy girl. Okay. Let me turn this down. Because you are interrupting my video with you and your TV. Yeah, she likes TV. I had to take her for a walk this morning. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna say this. I enjoy being here. I enjoy this conversation most of the time. Sometimes I don't have to. I don't enjoy saying some of the things I have to say to whip some people in shape, even though they don't give me the credit that I deserve for it. But it's being done. It's being done. Because some people are just set in their ways and they don't like to be corrected when they stepping out of their boundaries on certain things because they not used to anything, or they just not used to having a channel and presenting it well and doing something great for the public and the community. They have to be disrespectful. They have to try to hurt other people to try to make themselves look good, or talk bad down about other people to make themselves look good. And we know who that person is, so we ain't gonna pay that too much mind. Some people just set in their ways. Like I said, a fool at 40 is a fool for life. Anyway, but back to my subscribers here, my new subscribers. I'm not gonna get into all of that, but thank you guys so much for coming to this channel. Thank you for your likes, your views. Thank you for, like I said, thank you for subscribing, and I hope I'll be able to keep you here longer, and I hope my channel will be able to grow even more and more as we go forward. Most of the time, my discussions are about Robert Sylvester Kelly, and right now there's really much not anything going on with him, except for he's now preparing for his appeal trial that will be in New York for the RICO charges he received in New York in 2021 under the overseen by Judge Donnelly. And there was a bogus trial. Most of everything that was discussed in that trial was about the man's bedroom. Okay, and I don't think that should have been a reason for a person to get charged of RICO when there were some women that came forward to say that they were in relationships with him and he was, you know, um, obstructing justice, taking advantage of them, chaining them up, beating them, starving them, and all that other crazy stuff. Have had them perform sex acts with him for their careers, and some of them were consenting adults. Most of them, all of them. I'm not going to say some. I'm going to say all of them were consenting adults. Okay, to be with the superstar. They all was consenting adults. None of them were really minors, and even in their age might have been young, but what they've been out there doing before they got to Robert Sylvester Kelly wasn't new to them. Okay, it just wasn't new to them. So age ain't nothing but a number, because there's some young adults out there that have a whole lot of experience in doing things they started out doing at a very, very young age. And some of them even got me beat. They got me beat. And I am 55 years old. So that should tell you something. Some of them got me beat. There's things I was listening to some young people talk about. And I was like, what is that? And then they explained it to me. I was like, is that what people doing now? Because there's a lot of things that I didn't wasn't exposed to very young. There just wasn't some things I wasn't exposed to. So when I became an adult and everything, I'm just shocked to just hear that young people be out here doing the things that they're doing at a very young age. I even observe some of the behavior in the classroom with the young children that I take care of at work. That what they come out and they demonstrate and do. And I'm like, where do you get that from? And of course, you know where they get it from. They get it from home. And they bring it in the classroom and they just imitating what they see at home. So I'm just saying, like, these young women, these young adults, they knew what they were doing when they got involved with Mr. Kelly. Mr. Kelly, and he don't rub me in no kind of way as a person that will come on to a person or come force anyone to do anything that they don't want to do. He just don't seem that type of person, and I don't only know him from being who he is as Robert R. Kelly, but to me, he just don't, seem like that type of person at all. He seemed a little, shy and offish, sort of, and he just very afraid to act in a certain way without being accused of something. So I know he has sense enough to know that, and I don't think he got involved with anybody without anybody wanting to be with him or convincing him that they wanted to be with him. That's the way I seen it from my lens. I don't know how you see it, but people put rumors out there and people believe rumors. And of course, we know about that rotten potato, you know, porn tape, which the judge called it himself a rotten potato or whatever. And he wasn't talking about it as on anything against Robert, but he was talking about it against them presenting their government presenting it. He just had to move things along the way they had told him to, or they was gonna come for him for some things that he might have done back in his days that is a hidden secret. It was some kind of thing viral. I don't know how to put it, that was going around on social media, and it was about this judge, right? And he brought this witness, this elderly lady, as a witness to testify on the case. So the attorneys, they asked him about certain attorneys. Do she know them? And she gave all the rundown about the attorney that was a piece of crap and cheats on his wife, and said all kind of bad things about this attorney, the defense attorney. I mean the prosecutor attorney or whatever. If I ever come across that article, I'm gonna read it. Some of you are familiar with it, but I just don't know. But she was telling it all. She just like ran down all their backgrounds when she was called to testify against a witness to testify against people, and they asked her about who do she know, and she gave everybody details about everybody's background. So the judge was like, we better get her out of here. So she start telling on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got something about them in the background that they don't want to be revealed. And that's the same how I feel about how these people got the right to point their finger saying things about what Robert Sylvester Kelly did in his bedroom with his wife and women that were just girlfriends. Okay? You could say side chicks or whatever. And if you reveal everybody that came against them, they all got something that ain't clean. They all got something that is filthy behind them. So that's why we got to be careful how we make judgment against man's life. He didn't hurt anybody, didn't harm anybody, didn't take a life of anybody's, take anything from anybody. So that's why his attorney, and I really, really want to say thank you, Jennifer, for what you're doing. And I like that you put something out there to let some of his scammers know, the people that's out here scamming his supporters and his fans, um, for money. And they doing it under his name. The things that people would do for money, the things that people would rob, steal, lie, and all kind of other stuff just for the love of money. It's nothing wrong with having money. Okay, it's the love of money, the love of money, just to be doing the wrong things to get it. You don't care who you hurt or destroy for the love of money. Of course, we need money. We need money as our resource. It's something to get us through every day, to pay our bills and put food on our table. We gotta buy food. We gotta keep the lights on. We gotta pay the light bill. We gotta keep water running in the house. We gotta pay the water bill. We gotta pay for our property. We gotta keep it manicured and everything. We have to pay for whatever repairs need to be done in our home. Yes, we need money, but we should not have to hurt and harm others to get it. We should make an honest living with getting our money, and also do it in an honest and clean way. And even if you're having a difficult time, there is places you can go to get the help. You don't have to hurt other people or take from other people or destroy other people. Some things you're just going to have to work a little harder at, just so that you can get the money or make the money that you need. And it's just something that we need to learn about. What's the difference with having money and the love of money? The love of money. So that's what I want to say, and I'm glad Jennifer Bonjean put it publicly out there that people need to stop trying to put her name in anything that they raising funds and money for, to help fund Robert Sylvester Kelly, or to give to her to fund Robert, because she got everything covered. She wouldn't be doing this work if wasn't covered for what she's doing. Of course, the government try to come at you and say, "Oh, his bank account, blase, blase, blase." Of course, she can't reveal where she's getting the support from, but that's going to come in due season. In due season. So we're not going to even speak on it. We're not going to speak on it. We know her help come from above, and most of our help, all of our help come from above. Our help come from God. It comes from God. I know some of you may be turned off about learning, hearing about God, and don't want me to put religion on you or whatever, but you're going to get there. With me, you're going to get there. You're going to become a believer, because he is real. God is real. Real, 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 real. Good morning, Tracy. How are you? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Yeah, so I just wanted to just shoot in here real quickly and have a discussion. Hi, Michael. Long time. How have you been? It's been a long time. Well, I'm glad y'all still hanging in there with the fight. Hanging there with the fight. Oh, you doing good? You listening from work? I know that's right, girl. You make that money. Make that money. Make that money. Oh yeah, like I said it earlier this week, that the government is talking about jobs. Everybody's going to have to report back to their jobs in the office. So get ready for it. It's going to happen this year, 2023. This year coming. It's a year approaching that the offices, people should be back in the office, at work in the office. The staying home stuff is going to end. Maybe they might use it if we have any emergencies. That would be like a backup contingency plan or whatever. But other than that, people need to get back in life, and people need to get back into a social life. People need to get back in the office, the hostile office. Somebody got to be micromanaging you, watching what you're doing in the office, and letting see if you working and you really putting your work in, and you not, sitting back getting paid doing nothing. Oh, okay. I'm glad you came to hear my good message, Michael, and I'm glad that you're here. Well, welcome back, Michael. It's been a long time, a very long time. Stay away from them silly channels. They don't bring you nothing but garbage. And I don't even know how anybody could just be sitting there every day, all day, listening to garbage. Garbage. And I know they said it's not good to just like knock other people down, but some people need to get knocked down a few pegs. You know what I'm saying? Some people need to just go away because they don't bring nothing to you but trash. And when we talking on this man's name, Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, we should bring nothing but good news. We should be encouraging to others that are in the same fight that we were in. It shouldn't be like who's better than who's this, that. We all supposed to be fighting on one team. I mean, we sharing different opinions, but we also be rooting for the same team. The same team, and that's the Robert Sylvester Kelly team. And I can't get with all the hate and stuff. And then you 1 minute you praising his name and you speaking highly of him, and then the next minute you trashing him. So I just like either you got something good to say all the time or just don't say nothing at all. Keep that to yourself until you get it together, until you be able to weigh it out. Who you rocking with? I just got tired of that trash that was getting on YouTube, trashing his attorney. That was my last thing. That's right. I'm Team Cows all the way. This injustice was this. It was just so done wrong, so messy. It was done wrong and it was messy. Messy as I don't know what. And then the prosecutors didn't even look happy themselves when they came out to the media, to the press, and they started talking. I say the press. I don't know, maybe everybody using a different word for it. But just to talk about how they feel about the win that they think that they saying they had, but they didn't. They didn't have a win because like Jennifer put it the best way she can. It was a mixed verdict. The prosecutors got 6 guilty, and Robert Sylvester Kelly team got 7 not guilty. So how in the hell did they win? And only a dumbass will believe that. 6 guilty counts for pornography, but 7 not guilty. But of course, the media didn't put that out because the media tried to make it look like they want to save face. They just want to save face. But we that followed the trial and got the inside story and not the highlights, know both sides of the truth. Okay? We know both sides of the truth. So they could go somewhere with that. That's why we here on YouTube and we supposed to speak highly of him on here fighting against the injustice that was done to him. And even if we can't get the people on the YouTube streets, we go out on the streets and we get those people with the transcripts and giving them information about what took place, like I have been doing from the time the trial started. I've been recruiting people, talking to people, telling people about the trial. And I ain't going to stop telling people about the trial. That's why it's so important that I said to those who did order the transcripts and have had the transcripts, they should be sending copies to each and every last one of their subscribers that they know that's been in this fight with them, and passing them out to them so they can make copies of it and they can share this to the public in the barbershop, laundromat, hair salon, grocery store, post office, wherever you might go, to the mall, and just talk to people about this trial and just let people know that the government is lying to you. Don't believe the press they give you on mainline stream media. Is a bunch of bullshit. Here's the truth. You can see both sides. Here's what the prosecutors cross-examined. I mean, their witnesses there. This is what they did for their witnesses to get them to bribe them to lie, and gave them PPP loans and all that other stuff. So Robert can't do this alone. He need us, of course. And of course, Jennifer is the person who represents him in the courthouse. And she can't do this without us for Robert. So that's why I say we got to stay in this fight as strong as we can. And everything the devil tried to plan to do to destroy Robert Sylvester Kelly, we come and we take a stand against it. Okay? We fight against the evil that they are trying to do to destroy this man in the media and in the public, while we take a stand and block them. You know, God blocked it. You know what I'm saying? Because he uses people on the battlefield. He breathed down on you. He give you his power and his strength to do what you got to do to fight against the evil that sits in high places. That's how the power of God works. And if you don't believe, go into your Bible, read it for yourself, and then God will talk to you and he will give you the understanding and remove whatever, you know, cloudiness that's clouding your mind and clouding your vision. But you gotta stay prayed up, and that's what I do. I pray every day before I walk out that door. I lift up God's Jesus name and ask God to keep me, of course, covered, because I can't take nothing for granted. I can't take my life for granted. I didn't wake myself up this morning. I didn't. I didn't give myself the right mind. I didn't. It's the God that breathes in me. It's the God that wakes me up. It's the God that talks to me. It's the God that giving me an opportunity to be here, because without him, I can't see no better days. I can't see nothing greater. Without him, I would be living in darkness like most of the world is, because they don't want to listen. They don't want to know nothing about no God. So of course your life is going to be in darkness and not in light. And of course you're going to follow negativity instead of following positivity, knowing that there is going to be better days to come. Robert Sylvester Kelly ain't worried, because he already said, hey, it's finished. Chicago, I'm done with it. I ain't got to come back in here and deal with this no more. This is over with. The judge didn't even want them to bring Aaliyah's name up in this trial no more. He told them to go away with all of that stuff. Get that stuff out of my courtroom. Because he done with it. He is so done with it. Okay, so of course after the trial, because people didn't feel Robert got, justice in this fight, and they wanted to attack his attorney, and we had some people come on YouTube and they wanted to come after Jennifer Bonjean and call her messy and all this, and make all kind of narcissistic, comments about his attorney. They did it the first trial. They did it in the New York trial, and I said, people ain't catch on yet. They gotta, be woke. Let nobody deceive you. Let nobody deceive you, and play with your intelligence, okay? Because they're not playing with minds. No way, no how. They done did this too many times already, and you still ain't catch on. Every time things just ain't going their way, they mad. But they sitting up here and they getting close to Robert's relative family members and saying that they convinced them, and we already know Robert's family members. We already know some of them ain't well. And addictions can do some things to some people. And I told y'all, I called that out from the beginning. Be careful with that woman. Be careful with that woman. Okay, we don't even know if it's a woman. We don't even know who the hell she is. You know what I'm saying? We don't know who that person is. But just the people up there following her, cheering her on, and then I question those people. You saying you a Robert Sylvester Kelly and you on her channel and stuff, and you following her, then she doing all this kind of, shady shit. I wouldn't be following her. I'd be like, I'll shut down real quick, because she already told me to shut down. She tried to come off on me a couple of times, but I just laugh at it, because she tried to throw it in subliminals or whatever, but I still kill it on. I ain't a dumbass, okay? Time for the games. But anyway, y'all, I got to get going. I took the pooch for a walk. I didn't even take these turkey wings. I'm going to try to make that for dinner for tomorrow. Something turkey wings. We going into that season now with that kind of food. Turkey, because Thanksgiving will be here no time sooner than you know it. The seasons change. You can't wear no short sleeves no more. The weather temperature don't drop, and it's a cool, crisp fall season now. I like the fall though. I do. I really enjoy it. I like the fall weather. I love the fall. I love the fall and I love the spring. when we do have spring. For the past couple of years, we just went straight into summer. We didn't even have much of spring. It goes from winter right on, and it breaks, and then it goes right into summer. That's how it's been for me for the last couple of years. It hasn't really been no really spring weather. Like spring weather, the 60s, maybe like, those nice spring mornings, the 60s, you see the flowers growing, the bloom, the allergies, and all that other stuff. But we've been going straight into summer. We have a lot of rain and then right into summer. Okay, so anyway, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. And if God's willing, if I got anything for you this evening, I will be back. The only thing I know is that Robert Sylvester Kelly, he's going to win this. And we just going to take a break. We're not going to get into no more negative press. We're not going to follow negativity. We just want to keep our hopes up and keep praying and cheering on Barbara's team, Jennifer Bonjean, and the team. And we also going to continue to encourage one another. Those of us who are really truly here to support Robert Sylvester Kelly, we're going to continue to fight and support him, okay, and support each other. I'm not here to wound any of the soldiers out here. I'm not out here trying to get nobody knocked out. The box, some just need to get themselves together. Because they got some stuff going on in their own personal background that they need to get it together before they could come back and be here with us. And they need to take their problems to the Lord. Anyway, y'all, love you guys. And if God's willing, KC will be back with you this evening. Peace. Well,